So our patient today is a 65 years old male who is a physician himself. And as I mentioned before, we have up to 20% last year, 2025, patients who are physicians themselves. What we created here and the model that we created here is actually makes sense because physicians are the people who actually know and they go into details because they are providers themselves. The things that really attract physicians is the fact that I'm hands-on from the beginning till the end, and I use the technology that found nowhere else. For example, this neurosurgical microscope behind me, and you can see on the big screen the collecting of the graft. I use it to have a very high resolution view, 20 times magnification, and it also helps me to work very comfortably. At this moment, we are dealing with a patient. He has Norwood, close to Norwood 7 degree of the hair loss. You can see how far we have the extended of the hair loss. So my donor area, I have to give at least 1.5 2 centimeters to from the area of the thinning before I start harvesting. Here we're talking about a mega case. Mega case will be using at least 4,700 grafts. That's the goal. And we'll start from here. This is the temporal recession, and each area will have a slightly different density of implantation. So the most important is here in the front, and we have total area of 37 square centimeter right here, and then graft density will be 39 grafts per square centimeter. We have an irregular hairline right here, and then we continue with the frontal area, mid-skull, and the crown. So with 4,700 grafts, it's not going to be enough to cover the entire area. So we're going to plan a second procedure to cover here, the crown, okay, the rest remaining of the crown. Okay, so let's take a look at our simulation with this assigned hairline. So this is what we need probably expect after the hair growth starts. So before and after. We have a mega case. So our goal today is to get 4,500 grafts, 4,500 grafts, or even more, because we try to minimize the amount of grafts for the second procedure. We have to be as efficient as possible because we try to minimize the outside the body time for grafts. And this is essential for overall survival. Other strategies we employ is obviously hyperbaric oxygen therapy, which we start as a preconditioning treatment before the surgery to saturate every cell in our body before the procedure with oxygen. I'm not a big fan of doing these 13,000, 10,000 grafts procedures. I think doctors who do those huge, super mega procedures are accounting for some grafts not actually surviving, because we optimize the flow and the way we treat grafts postoperatively, perioperatively, and preoperatively. We guarantee that every single graft out of these 6,000 grafts will survive. And once we have the numbers, we're going to turn to the right side, and then I will harvest, I estimate, another 1,000 to 1,500 grafts. So stay tuned. We'll have a lunch break. And the next stage is the implantation.